Last year, a deaf e-hailing driver in Johor was violently assaulted by a police officer escorting a VIP. Despite a clear video evidence, the officer faced no charges, leaving many to question whether those entrusted to protect us are truly held accountable for their actions. This has led to the Human Rights Commissions of Malaysia calling for a transparent investigation to ensure justice is served and to prevent such abuse from happening. This disturbing incident shows how police brutality can affect anyone, even those simply trying to make an honest living. As members of a society that values fairness and dignity, this issue matters to all of us. Everyone, regardless of status or background, deserves protection and should never fear abuse at the hands of those entrusted to uphold the law. While researching this topic, I was shocked to discover many cases of police misconduct occur without being properly disclosed to the public, leading to a lack of transparency. As someone who believes in justice, I, Alisha binti Muzani Hanafia, am deeply invested in ensuring that power is never above accountability, especially when it comes to protecting the rights and safety of the public. In order to combat police brutality, we must address the lack of accountability by implementing independent oversight that strengthen the public trust. In this speech, I will explain the root cause of police brutality, suggest possible solutions, and discuss how these changes strengthen the public trust. In order to truly address police brutality, we must understand the core problem that enables it to persist. Lack of accountability is the major systemic flaw that allows repeated misconduct by police, as they are often not held responsible for abusing their power. As noted by Sir Muhammad Dali in a 2014 Human Rights Watch article, while the Malaysian government implemented most of the Royal Commission's recommendations, it rejected the proposal to establish an independent oversight body dedicated solely to monitoring police misconduct. This decision was influenced by political pressure to avoid the creation of separate agency focused exclusively on police wrongdoing. Instead, the government established Enforcement Agency Integrity Commission or EAIC, which oversees the operations of 19 government agencies, including the police. This was an act that appeared to address concerns while avoiding the creation of a body focused solely on police misconduct. In a 2024 BFM podcast featuring Suaram's Executive Director Sivan Doraisamy, he highlighted the case of Bala Murugan, who died in police custody after they ignored a court order to release him for medical treatment. His body was later found bruised and bloodied. Another case, in 2023, the New Straits Times reported a viral video showing officers allegedly torturing a drug addict suspect using the Falana method that is recognized as a form of torture by the European Court of Human Rights. These are clear signs that abuse within the force still persists. So, what can be done to solve this problem? Stricter accountability and reform must begin by ensuring operational independence of the Oversight Commission. As highlighted by Nurul Sakinatul Fikriyah in a 2023 opinion piece for the Jakarta Post, a well-known international news outlet, in order to guarantee true independence, it is important to appoint commissioners with no past or current affiliations with the police. For instance, in the UK, the head of the police oversight body must not have any prior employment with the police force. This also reflects the requirement of Hong Kong's Independent Police Complaint Council, which prohibits the appointment of individuals who were previously members of the police force. Such steps are vital in promoting transparent investigations into police misconduct. But in Malaysia, the Independent Police Complaints Commissions or IPCC was introduced in 2019 to oversee complaints against the police and improving accountability within the force. However, Human Rights Watch stated that the organization was a huge step backward for police accountability in Malaysia, as it raised serious concerns, particularly regarding the appointment of commissioners and the fact that IPCC investigators cannot visit police stations, lockups, or detention centers without prior notice. On top of that, there is also concern that appointed members could have affiliations with the police, which further raises doubts about the Commission's ability to function independently. Another crucial step towards strengthening police accountability is granting oversight bodies unrestricted access for investigations. As emphasized in a 2020 article by Amnesty International, a global human rights organization, the oversight bodies should have powers to summon witnesses, enter and search premises, carry out arrests, and compel the full cooperation of the police. There is a significant risk that abuse will be concealed or evidence manipulated if commissions are unable to visit lockups or detention centers without prior notice. Implementing these reforms will offer significant benefits to both the society and the police force. Stricter accountability and institutional reform in addressing police brutality can strengthen public trust in the police. Again, Amnesty International highlighted in a 2020 article, the UN experts recommend that police oversight bodies should have adequate powers, be fully independent and transparent to cultivate public trust. People are more likely to trust the police, report crimes, and help with investigations when they observe that police officers are fairly punished or investigated for wrongdoing. It gives the public confidence that the justice system is functioning properly. A trustworthy police force is better positioned to build long-term partnerships with communities, providing a more effective crime prevention and fostering a safer society. These reforms not only protect the citizens but also empower officers to carry out their duties with greater integrity. As we reach the end of this speech, it becomes clear that tackling police brutality requires not just recognition but a meaningful change and collective commitment to demand better from those in power. We have explored the root cause of police brutality, the importance of independent oversight, and how these reforms can restore public trust. Now, it's time for us to come together and demand real change that ensures accountability and puts an end to police brutality. Even when someone may have made a mistake or broken the law, they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. No one should ever be subjected to abuse or violence. The police should protect and serve everyone, not to instill fear or causes harm. To me, true justice is holding those in power accountable while upholding the rights of every individual. Without accountability, there can be no justice, and without justice, there can be no peace. That's all from me. Thank you.